Modern Dude Chat is presented by Beard Supply. Go check out their all-natural beard care products at beardsupply.com.
Hey guys, welcome to the Modern Dude Chat podcast. We're your hosts, Cody and Chuck. We're going off-road this episode. Stay tuned.
On this episode of Modern Dude Chat, we got beer, music. Cody said we're going off-road with some vehicles, talking toys and Netflix, and of course, our sports pick, which is getting interesting. But
and a great beer.
And a great, did I say?
And a great beer.
Well, I said beer and music. Are we saying great beer? Okay.
Sorry.
Look, tease it even more. We got a great beer.
It's a really good beer.
Great beer on tap for this episode. And as we mentioned before, this is the next to last episode of this season, year, however we're going to call it. One more after this. We're going to have a special guest next time to finish out strong. Stay tuned to this episode and check us out on the next one. And then we're going to take a little break. With that being said, let's do it.
What's up?
What it do, baby?
You're excited, Chuck.
I am. I'm a little amped right now. I don't know. I'm feeling it. I had a bang earlier, so maybe that's what it is.
A bang?
A bang.
Gosh, which of the 1,000 flavors did you have?
My wife's favorite. I took hers. It's the power punch.
You like bangs?
I do like bangs.
Bangs are awful.
I bang all day, every day.
Have you seen that video, the main video?
No. Oh, yes. Yeah.
The same guy that does the White Claw video.
Yes. Yes, I have.
Hilarious.
And it is great.
It's great.
But yes, I'm a banger. I am a banger.
Oh my god.
Oh, by the way, cotton candy is the best. You can't
Those
tell me
things
otherwise.
taste like bad medicine, in my opinion.
Well,
honestly,
you got a bad flavor.
Okay.
I'm just gonna tell you.
There's plenty to choose from. Let me see.
There
if I can go
is
find one.
plenty to choose from. But I mean, there are bad ones. Don't get me wrong. So, yeah, I'm a banger.
Okay, nice.
So
I like
anyway, I guess I'm amped off that. I don't know. I feel it.
Yeah, I'm feeling it. You're over there vibing, man. You're definitely energized.
Bang vibes only.
Bang vibes only. What's going on, Chuck?
Oh man, same old. I'm already in the holiday groove. I had a Thanksgiving dinner already out the way last weekend. It was awesome. I already got my first little taste of the Thanksgiving meal, so I'm looking forward to the main event this week and this weekend. So
nice.
I'm ready.
So technically, we did our Thanksgiving episode last week, right?
Right. Yeah, we already got it out of the way in anticipation.
At this point, people who listen to this episode will be listening after Thanksgiving.
Correct.
So enjoy, everybody. Our bellies are full. You know what I'm saying? Wink, wink. Hint, hint.
I'm in my happy space.
Thanksgiving.
By the time
great.
you're listening to this, I'm in a happy space.
Right. Napping.
Yeah.
Taking it easy.
Yep. So maybe got some Black Friday deals by the time this.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Gets done.
Yeah.
Maybe some Cyber Monday, if depending on how late you listen.
Shoot those texts off. Make sure you got everybody.
Get your gifts covered. Let someone else do the shopping for you.
There you go. We promote that.
we are all about that strategy.
Nice.
But yeah, man, just same old.
Yeah. Same here. I had a pretty good weekend.
Did you?
We did our family pictures.
Ooh.
Which I took a few notes.
Stuff of nightmares.
So we did ours not early in the morning. We did it in the evening.
Okay.
So that worked out. And the kids are older now, so it's so much easier. We walked through that thing.
You can threaten them.
20 minutes. Yeah, we were done. Super quick.
And they know the drill now. It's in and out. As long as you cooperate, we're out of here.
Yeah, and the youngest 3-year-old, we teased her with, hey, if you smile every picture, we'll get you, this after pictures are done. So she was all about it.
Our go-to is
Super easy.
Hershey Kisses. My 4-year-old
There you
is
go.
addicted to Hershey Kisses, so she will do just about anything for. Well, I say a Hershey Kiss. Now it's 4. She needs 4 Hershey Kisses to do things. Not 3, not 2, not 5. 4. It's got to be 4.
Nice.
So, but it works.
That's funny.
And we had some. I didn't go, but my wife took our girls to do the traditional Santa pictures. And my 4-year-old, she did great, loved it. My 1.5-year-old did the thing that I love, which is complete freak out mode. And it's like a rite of passage for as a parent to get that picture. It makes you smile.
Yeah.
As a kid, I'm sure it's traumatizing, but it's a rite of passage. My 4-year-old did it. We have the pictures now. 1.5-year-old.
It's definitely something to celebrate almost. Like you're like, yeah, my kid did that too.
It's great. I always look. Those are my favorite. Is when the kids are screaming.
That's funny.
And that's probably because that's how I feel about the pictures. Doing them is how they look when they have to take Santa or Easter Bunny pictures. So, it was. We got some classic shots there.
Nice.
But yeah, that's we're in holiday mode.
I had a Father Sunday again Saturday. We went to the barbershop. Typical. Let's go to the barbershop.
There you go. Get in routine.
Actually, yeah, we do that usually. I don't know, once a month because he likes to keep a nice, clean. Bald fade, if you know what I mean. So
he's his father's child.
He's a regular.
His hair's got to be on point at all times.
Yeah. He likes to stay groomed.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
That's so funny because that is so true. But yeah, barbershop, and we went and picked out some clothes. So the funny thing is, for pictures, he had nothing somewhat appropriate for pictures, right? Like his jeans are all like jacked up, so he didn't have any good jeans. So I took him to the barbershop. We went and grabbed something for pictures, and that was pretty much it.
I can tell you why he doesn't have good jeans.
Why is that?
Your son goes off diving in bushes.
Yeah, did you see that?
I did see it. It made me laugh, but
yeah.
But yeah, so
it reminded me of stupid stuff we used to do.
Oh yeah, it put a smile on my face. And I'm like, idiot, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure I did something
Definitely
like that.
Did that.
So yeah, hey, that's what the kids are doing now, diving off in the bushes outside of Target. It looked like
that's funny.
But that's why he doesn't have a good pair of jeans.
You're exactly right.
He's diving off in bushes.
You're exactly
for
right.
fun.
You know what? And I forgot there was another thing that we did this weekend. We went and saw Frozen 2.
Don't spoil it.
I figured you would have told me if you went and saw it already.
We haven't. Dude. We haven't. So,
oh my god,
life circumstances. We're hoping we can get it in this week or this weekend, Thanksgiving weekend. But
I'm a fan. It was great.
Okay,
it's really good.
It's not a disappointment, is what you're telling me. That's all I need to know.
No, it was great. All of us actually agreed that the second was way better than the first.
Really?
Yes.
Oh man, because my 4-year-old, she's like jacked. Like her birthday, it was like. We had a superhero girl birthday, but like all the presents were like she got all the new Frozen dolls, and she freaks out when she sees the commercial. So she is dying. This is probably the biggest moment of her life.
She is
waiting for Frozen 2.
She knows what's going on,
and we got to see the preview at Disney, so she's already seen a little bit, so she's ready.
Dude, hands down, better than the first.
Oh man,
it's great.
I'm ready. I hope we get we're going to take her this week.
It's really good.
So
I forgot to mention that earlier.
Yeah, you didn't mention
in our
we haven't
podcast meeting.
Yeah, so all right. Dude, I'm looking forward to it. I liked Frozen.
What else are you looking forward to?
I'm looking forward to what we get down on every week, which is a nice, tasty beverage. And I've already gotten a preview. I haven't tasted it,
Chuck,
but I know what's coming.
I showed up this week. What's up?
And I'm excited, to say the very least.
All right, you ready?
Born ready.
Here we go. All right, so today I brought a beer, a fall holiday beer, I guess you could say, right?
Festive. I think it's accurate.
Yeah. So
the packaging does not look like it, but the flavor inside is.
Yes, exactly. This is a Texas brewery, actually a DFW, Dallas-Fort Worth area brewery. Real quick, Chuck, the really cool thing about this brewery is the guy that founded and is the owner-operator is actually from here, where we podcast.
Really?
Yes. He's from this little small town of Royce City.
Nice.
So, but he moved his brewery all the way out to Fort Worth. So the brewery is actually in Fort Worth. Sits right there on, I forget what the river is right there. And I don't know if it's a river. It's like a creek. But anyways, it's really nice location.
The Trinity?
Yeah. No. Yeah,
that's the one that goes, that's the bridge you cross Dallas.
Does that go all the way into Fort Worth?
I have no idea.
Okay.
I don't
but
know
it's similar to the Trinity.
I don't know how rivers work.
Similar to the Trinity, though. Yeah, you nailed it.
That's the only river I know of besides the Sabine River around here, okay?
There's a lot of rivers in Texas.
There are a lot, but that's the only two I can know up here. I mean,
I hear you.
It may be a creek. I don't know.
It's a creek, yeah. But yeah, they sit over in Fort Worth off of a nice little river, Texas River, and or creek.
A nice little Texas creek.
So this is Martin House Brewing Company out of Fort Worth, Texas. It is the half-baked, whiskey barrel-aged, Imperial Pumpkin Pie Ale.
So you brought me an IPPA.
That's correct.
I love it.
An IPPA, which, yeah, it's not an IPA, but
I mean,
I see what you did there.
I mean,
nice.
Is it not?
It is. It is
Imperial Pumpkin Ale.
Technically, it's an IPA. Yes, it's an IPPA. Good job.
See?
I like that.
I'm on top of it. I'm ready.
Go. That's funny.
I'm super ready for this, though, because,
yeah.
I mean, we know at this point, we know I have a love affair with pumpkin flavors, so I'm ready.
All right. I'm going to read the back of the box real quick. You ready?
Because it comes in a 2-pack.
Yeah, so this is a really cool thing. This is something that Martin House started doing a while ago, and a few other breweries do it. 903, for instance, the brewery we went and visited, talked to Jeremy over there.
Right.
Martin House does the same thing. It's a little box, and it comes with 2 cans inside, stacked on top of each other. We'll send a picture, obviously, or post it on our social when the episode releases, but I always enjoy these. I always keep these boxes just because I'm a hoarder.
They're good.
Of beer stuff.
They're a good display item for sure.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. So here's what the back of the box says: Thanksgiving is right around the corner. Sorry, so the print on this is very light. I can barely see it in here.
Give me that. Give me that.
Okay, go ahead, Chuck. You read it. Can you see it?
I'm gonna try. All right, here we go. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti,
I can't see it. Dude, my eyes are bad.
It is hard. It is.
Okay.
But I just know
I've already handed it off. Good luck,
Your
Chuck.
eyes are worse than mine, but I still struggle as well. Okay, here we go. Blah, 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 blah. Thanksgiving is right around the corner, and you know we had to bust out our first pumpkin-flavored barrel-aged beer. Half Baked is a 12% ABV Imperial Pumpkin Pie Ale that we aged in whiskey barrels for 4 months. It's brewed with pumpkin spice and dark brown sugar. You really get all the flavors from the pumpkin spice while the whiskey barrels and the perfect amount of oak and warmth on the back end. It's the perfect brew to drink when sitting around the couch with family and friends on Thanksgiving Day. Or you could enjoy it outside on the porch while taking in the beautiful fall weather here in Texas.
Right on.
So, yeah, we're ready to dive in on this half-baked
It's a 12%. Did you catch that?
Yeah, I was just about to say, I noticed that as I was turning the box over.
So, Chuck,
12%.
We're gonna share a can. Okay?
Yeah, there's no reason for me to have a full one.
And
that's for sure.
That's part of
this half-baked will turn me into half-naked is what it'll do.
Part of that is me being selfish because I want to keep the other can. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't mad at you for it, but I mean, if it's good, I might have more of this one can than you do.
I hear you. Hey, I know where you can find it.
Pouring this up here. I'm just glad my taste buds and myself has matured enough at least to go after a few stouts. So,
dude, it smells good. I can smell it.
Can you? See if my nose is working today.
This is going to be good. So I'm a fan of anything whiskey or bourbon barrel aged, especially in the craft beer stout world. This is like right up my freaking alley, dude.
I'm ready.
You ready?
I'm ready. Let's just do it.
Cheers, dude.
Happy Thanksgiving, my friend.
Happy Thanksgiving. Wow.
I'm a fan.
Are you?
Obviously, the alcohol content on this sucker, I couldn't have a lot of them. But
That's easy drinking, Chuck. That's dangerously
this'll
easy drinking.
This'll F you up in a heartbeat, and you'll be happy about it. I know I would be.
So here, I did want to mention the IBUs on this thing is like 18. Oh, it's on the can. I'm looking at the box. IBU is 18. So super low number means super smooth.
Okay.
Less hoppy, not even hoppy at all, in my opinion on this.
Oh, man.
Isn't that good?
This is good.
And this is the first time I ever had this. I think this is the first time, obviously, they've ever released this. Sorry about that. But yeah, it says aged 4 months in whiskey barrels, brewed on July 15th, 2019.
All right.
You like it?
Yes.
I want to hear ratings.
9.
9. I like
9.
it. Nice.
Highest rating so far.
Well done, sir.
And it's well deserved. This is
I like it.
Fantastic.
Awesome. As in, like,
delicious.
you want this whole can, maybe? Not tonight, but another time?
I would want the whole can, but not tonight. I still have stuff I have to do.
Right.
Like,
I hear you.
if I'm sitting at home or like on the back porch with friends, or I just know it's a night, hey, I'm going to cut loose.
Yeah.
Definitely taking down
Sweet.
one or the whole 2-pack.
That's awesome.
And be in a very good spot. This is good.
I'm happy you like it.
Especially,
that makes me really happy.
especially the way how potent it is versus how easy it goes down. That's what I like to call
That's a good night.
a dangerous combo, which I am a fan of. So a 9 for me.
It. Well done.
That's good. That's good.
Well done, Martin House Brewing. Shout out to
Fine job
to Cody. He's the owner over there. His name's Cody, by the way. And he owns...
No, I don't want to cheers you again. I want more beer, sir.
He owns Martin House Brewing Company out of Fort Worth, Texas. We're drinking Half Baked. It's the whiskey barrel aged... How do we... let's see. Whiskey barrel aged Imperial Pumpkin Pie Ale. 12%er. Good stuff. Well done, guys. Really good.
And so I'm just going to tease here because I know where you're going. This is a Thanksgiving beer. It talks about kicking it, drinking it on Thanksgiving. It also happens on Thanksgiving. A lot of friend reunions, going back to your parents' house or your hometown.
That's where you get the text from like your old buddy you haven't heard from in like years or months. And he's like, "Hey man, I'm in town. What are you doing?"
Yes.
And I'm usually like, "Well, I've got like 4 kids and I'm pretty much not doing anything."
I don't know about you, but like back in the day, like back in college and stuff, that spawned my tradition of Wednesday night before Thanksgiving is like drink, chill, party night.
Yes.
Not so much now that we have kids, but I do still try to have a small get together and have a couple drinks and loosen up. I don't know. That's one of, like, back in the day, I would say that was one of my biggest drinking days of the year. I don't know. The night before Thanksgiving was always a good time for me. And
that's risky business, man, because depends on when you got to wake up and what you got to do the next day too, right?
Well, and that falls into my personal special set of skills.
Oh, okay.
Which is that I don't get hungover.
Oh.
And I can function pretty much at any level.
Oh, so you're not human.
I still have that ability. It's not as strong as it used to be. There are, every now and then I will get hung up, but yes, I am superhuman in the fact that I can get tore up and wake up the next morning and be fine. Get a cup of coffee and I'm good to go. Like my wife she didn't understand it when we were younger. She definitely doesn't understand it now that we're older.
Right. I don't understand it either.
It is. I am completely fine. Well, and I think even I think we've experienced that a couple times where up here after.
That's true. That's true.
Where I'm just like the night before, that was rough. The next day, I'm just like, how was your day? And you're
unbelievable.
Like, it's bad. I'm like, mine's good, man.
Unbelievable.
So anyway,
unbelievable.
Not to get off track, but but yes, it is risky if you don't know what you're doing. But it has always been one of my favorite drinking days of the year, especially when you can get those old friends.
Catching up with the old friends,
and that's usually what it is. It's, hey, I'm coming into town today. Let's go grab a beer.
Yeah.
And that's how it started. Now it's just kind of evolved because things evolve. But anyway, yeah. So
that leads into
with
the
that
music
being said,
I brought.
Yes.
Yeah. So this is taking it back.
You threw an old name at me, and I was like, whew.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're like, yeah, I know about that band for sure. And this is from back in the day, Chuck, when you and I used to hang with our buddies We had like a core group, and
Yeah.
we're still friends. We still hang out.
It's that group of friends that you hung out with, spent way too much time with, and now you don't spend as much time with. But when you do, it's like nothing. You don't skip a beat when you get together.
Exactly. So this week's feature is Seosin. It's like a punk alternative rock, emo, post-hardcore band, whatever you want to call them. This goes back to those, the emo days, Chuck, like you were talking about in the past few episodes.
I know who you're talking about, and I have listened to the songs, but
Seosin's a good band though. They're a good California band. It's like it's very California vibe.
I was the guy where y'all would play it, and I'd make fun of y'all every time y'all did. I'd still listen to it,
yeah,
and I still remember it, but I was never rocking out to it in my own vehicle by myself. I'll say that.
Well, so what brought this up was I was driving to work this week, and sometimes whenever I close my iTunes app on my phone and then I hop in my truck again and Bluetooth connects, it just starts playing random songs,
Okay.
It doesn't play the last thing that I played or I was playing. So Seosin came on. I was like, oh, man, I haven't listened to Seosin in a long time. And I was just jamming, dude. So it's been a while since I listened to Seosin. I almost forgot about him. But I thought I would feature him this week. It kind of plays into that, friends come back into town, we hang out, and this is definitely something we would jam to. So Seosin, that's Saosin. It's a California-based band, rock alternative. I'm going to list a few songs to go check out if anybody's interested. Third Measurement in C is a good song. Bury Your Head is a popular song by Seosin. Lovemaker, Illusion and Control, and then Drinking from the Fountain is one of my absolute favorite Seosin songs. So go check them out. If you guys are into that style of music or just need a change of pace, definitely go listen to Seosin. You good with that, Chuck?
I'm good with it, man.
Right on.
I trust you on that. So.
You've listened.
I have not enough to give any valid input, but or opinion, but yeah. If Cody says it's good, it's good.
It was good background music when we were hanging.
Oh yeah. So,
what's next? What do you got?
I'm gonna edit this out, but I forgot. Are we doing Cybertruck next?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I got.
Dude, okay. So this kind of broke. I don't think either one of us knew this was coming. I don't know if people knew it was coming or not. It was funny because we talked about a car last week and I said, oh, we'll save it for next week.
Mm-hmm.
And in that time period, your boy, Elon Musk, broke the internet with the debut of the Tesla Cybertruck.
Beast.
Sounds way more awesome than it looks.
Right.
It looks like a 5-year-old drew it and they made it.
So time out. It looks that way, but it is a beast. Depending on
the specs appear to be that it is a beast.
It's a freaking beast, dude.
And it's just people can't get past the visuals. Of this truck.
And it's really hard to get past it, to be honest.
Because it looks like the truck you draw when you're 7. And sharp angles, no texture, no color, no paint.
Yeah.
Really
futuristic.
Yeah, it looks like it's like a spaceship design, even on the inside. Everything's slick, clean, no color. And from certain angles and certain shadows, it does look cool, but just straight up, it looks weird. They need to do a little bit of adjusting, and I think they will after the feedback they've gotten.
I think this was a hey, look what we're working on and planning on releasing, and they're not releasing it. It's not going to be available for like 2 more years, right?
Right.
So I think if I was a smart businessman selling electric cars, futuristic cars, especially when it's something new to people like this, I would definitely leave an opportunity for feedback, right? So that when you do go to market with this thing, you kind of got all that feedback and you work all those kinks out and, the likes, dislikes, whatever, and then you take it to market. So I think that's part of it.
Yeah.
Do you think?
Yeah. I mean, but the whole presentation pretty much came off as a joke. Not, for one, when they rolled it out, it was like, what the F is that thing?
Right.
And not, I mean, kind of like in a curious way, but mostly often that's not, they didn't really just make it look like that.
Yeah.
And second of all, it has some features. I don't know if you have the features pulled up, but I know one of them was the Tesla glass or whatever glass they call it. It's supposed to, you supposedly can't break it.
Uh-huh.
So in the beginning of the presentation, the Tesla armor glass is what they call it. At the beginning of the presentation, Elon Musk, cocky ass, up there, brings someone on stage to throw a metal ball at the window to see if it will break. And first throw, driver's side window, boom, big crack, big break. Laughed it off, said, here, try the back one. Boom, big crack, big break. And then they laughed it off and made a joke,
Didn't
whatever.
go as planned.
And then, but the thing is, for the rest of the presentation, Elon Musk is talking and going over the finer points of this truck while there's two busted windows on the side of it.
That's hilarious.
Not a good look. Not a good look. But it
So, dude, there's kind of some beauty in this because there's some beauty in this, honestly, because
only you can say that.
no, there really is. Listen, I have a point. So, who else would walk up on stage and present something so futuristic like this, and then have the balls to be like, "Hey, just chunk whatever you want at these windows. I promise they're not going to break." And then two of them break.
How
back
many
to back.
engineers and PR people in the back shit their pants when first of all when he said it, second of all when that ball hit the window and cracked.
That's great. So I saw a headline that said, after that happened, Elon Musk's net worth dropped $768 million after the disastrous Cybertruck unveiling.
Oh my gosh.
But hey, I mean, you got to respect somebody that like goes out on a limb and just like, you know what? I'm the only one out here doing anything in regards to like futuristic, moving the needle, so to speak. You know what I mean? So you got to have respect for that, right?
Yeah, and
That's why I
mean
like
he's stepping up. He said so they said that they did a tow test, like a hauling test, against the Ford F-150, and it smoked it.
Yeah.
And interesting enough, I don't know if the chief research person or the chief marketing VP or whatever of Ford tweeted to Elon Musk, said, "Hey, let's have a live rematch or whatever, a towing competition."
I like it.
And Elon Musk said, "Let's do it."
Televise that.
I would watch
Stream it.
I would be interested.
Heck yeah.
Because the specs do make it appear that it is more powerful,
dude. So the specs, it comes with 3 different versions as far as the motor goes. There's a single motor, RWD, dual motor, AWD, and then tri-motor, AWD. The freaking tri-motor, 0 to 60 in 2.9 seconds.
It's pretty quick.
And the towing capacity is 14,000 pounds plus.
That's, yeah.
Come on.
It's coming off as a beast.
That's why I said beast. So I was like, dude, that is beastly.
So, yeah. So, it says 1,400 pounds for the Tesla, and the Ford F-150's 13,200.
Yeah.
So, that's what it says. But they're going to – I'd like to see them go head-to-head. Then they got some like the tailgate drops down, and then there's like a slide cover that slides over the bed of the truck.
Dude, the tailgate's great. In my opinion.
I think is the ramp built in?
Yes,
the ramp's built in.
The ramp is built in, or at least appears to
truck.
be. Yeah.
Yep, and
that's brilliant.
So I'm trying to see what else. Here's another comparison to the Ford. The Cybertruck has 16 inches of ground clearance. The Ford F-150 has 9.4 inches, so sits a little higher, and it can do more off-road stuff.
So you said the Cybertruck sits a little higher than the Ford?
Yes.
So that's my thing is in these pictures, in these renderings, whatever they are, it appears almost like it's a car, right?
Yes.
The way that it looks, and it even looks like it sits low to the ground. But you saying that it actually
doesn't.
sits higher.
It sits higher. It just doesn't look that way.
So I don't know, man. And that's with that ATV in the back. Are you going there?
Yeah.
Okay.
But that's what I'm saying about the visual. Like from certain angles and lighting and stuff, it looks
like a
cool. But like in the presentation and just straight up side view with no lighting and stuff, it looks weird.
Yeah.
And they did also to show how easy, because it can supposedly lower, the back end can lower and adjust to help with loading.
Yeah.
And to demonstrate that, they got the ramp and they lowered it and brought out the Tesla Cyberquad, which is an electric ATV, electric four-wheeler that will be an option for the Tesla Cybertruck as an upgrade option.
Freaking awesome.
And loaded that sucker in the back. So they got a truck and an ATV that they rolled out.
Wow.
But I don't know. The visuals, like to me, immediately they need to round off some of those edges that are sharp.
Yeah.
And if they don't jack it up a little bit more, they need to put different tires because the big box style looking polygon body looks way bigger than what those tires should be. So it may be big tires, but it doesn't look that way. So it looks weird.
Yeah.
It looks like a big body on a small tires to me.
It's interesting,
But
man.
it's just different angles, different way to view it. It looks different.
Very
maybe that's what they're
futuristic.
going for. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, aerodynamic too. I mean, so going that fast, 0 to 60 in 2.9 seconds, it's got to be pretty aerodynamic, right? So
It does.
So I mean, maybe that's part of it. Obviously, I mean, look at it. It's built.
Look
that way.
at it.
Just look at it.
But
I think it's cool, man.
I don't know.
Interesting.
We'll see how it comes along. I did just see that the price is going to be about $40K.
Okay.
So
Really?
not as bad as what we thought it was going to be.
Wow, that's probably for like the single motor,
this
right?
is from a Business Insider. It doesn't say which model.
Okay.
I assume it's the big one.
Okay.
Because it compares the Tesla's $39,900 Cybertruck versus the Ford's $28,000 F-150.
That is really affordable.
Yeah, much cheaper than we thought.
Surprising.
Because I think we talked about the Tesla SUVs like $80,000.
Yeah. Okay. Wow.
Or something like that,
Dude.
right?
Yeah, that's awesome.
And I could be wrong on that, but I thought that's what we saw.
Wow.
But anyway, that's but the car that started this conversation, I just happened to roll it out, was the you mentioned it, the Mustang.
Yeah, the Ford Mustang Mach-E. It's a SUV.
It's a Mustang SUV.
Yes, the first of its kind. Yeah, for the first time in 55 years, Ford is expanding the Mustang lineup with an all-electric Mustang Mach-E SUV.
And
pretty freaking cool.
I mean, and that comes from nowadays the motor trend. And I'm not a car guy. I don't think you're a car guy.
I'm not. No, I mean, I
like some cool cars, but I'm not like a fanatic. I don't know the specs and torque and all that stuff.
Right.
But
same here.
I do know that the car business is most people are buying SUVs and trucks. Like the cars are getting phased out just because it may not look like it, but a lot of people are not buying cars anymore.
Yeah.
They're buying SUVs and trucks. So this is kind of
depends on where you live too. I think
they're trying to get their Mustang followers, which they have a lot, and also bring in other people that would never look at a Mustang because it's a car.
Right.
Oh, they got an SUV?
Yeah.
Okay, let me take a look at that.
Yeah.
So it's smart. It's a smart play. I think you're going to see a lot. I mean, it's SUV and truck heavy on the car purchasing nowadays.
And it's all electric, so it's
And there you go.
they're they're jumping into the game.
Which tying into that, you're much more likely to sell an electric vehicle if it's an SUV or a truck as opposed to an electric car.
Right.
So
very similar to Tesla, I will say. I like the dial though. You see that?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yep.
Almost looks like a huge volume dial. But yeah, man. I mean, what do you think about the whole electric car movement? Do you think?
I mean, I think it's cool. I love the science and the engineering and the technology behind it, but until it's more widespread, I'm not I'm a big dude,
Yeah.
and I look weird driving a car or a small SUV for that matter.
Yeah.
So it has to be a big truck
It's got to be a Cybertruck.
or a full size SUV. Yeah. For me to even want it. So
me and a buddy of mine,
until they get to that level, I'll think they're cool.
Yeah.
And I'm into it, the idea, but until they make it like cool for me to get in one,
yeah,
I'm just gonna be a spectator.
I hear you. So me and a buddy of mine were talking, when this whole Cybertruck deal got released, we were talking about, like, how long do you think it's going to take for the electric car market to kind of take over? How many years do you think, for instance, Chuck, before electric cars are really affordable and you start seeing them on the road like more and more, like more than like 50%, I would say.
Ooh,
I mean, what do you think?
I
said 20. When we were talking, I was like, I could see that happening in like 20 years to where a majority of your cars on the road, I say majority, but like maybe 50%. I don't know. I don't know. It depends. I feel like that can move pretty quick, but
I think
20 years sounds reasonable.
It's not going to fully change until the regulations on vehicles change, the standards,
right?
As far as emissions and all that goes,
yeah.
And which it all comes back to the same thing, which we can't discuss, especially because we're crossing political lines.
That's right,
and conspiracy lines.
Oh.
But
yeah.
It's the government and the lobbyists and the oil industry.
Yeah, you're right.
Because there's way too much money in gasoline.
Yeah.
For it to totally be phased out.
Yeah.
So until they come up with alternative fuel methods, or
I think a lot of that'll die out too, though, and like specifically like the individuals. I mean, because you can't go on like that forever.
Well, you think that
you would think
you would think. As bad as cigarettes, as bad as cigarettes are, they could be completely outlawed by now. But somehow, some way, they still manage to stay around.
Yeah, those suckers are just
so. I mean,
hanging out.
We talked about before, as far as the vaping goes. Is it weird that with the Juul, they're only trying to outlaw the fruit flavors? Menthol and tobacco's okay.
Yeah, yeah.
But the fruity flavors, that's absurd. Okay, all right. Look. They can't outlaw those because they don't outlaw cigarettes because there's too much money involved. And that's my take on it as far as electric cars go.
I get what you're saying.
Until there's enough money because the problem with electric cars is you're not gonna. I mean, how much are you gonna charge somebody to? I mean, to essentially charge their vehicle at your gas air quote gas station.
Yeah.
Your electric recharge stop. How much are you gonna? You can't.
Right.
You're not going to charge people a lot of money, so there's not a lot of money to be made as far as like there's not an alternative to recoup the gas money.
Right.
So like Exxon can't come up with the same level of cash flow for an electric recharge station.
I'd be surprised though, dude. Somebody will. Somebody will.
Well, it'll be a different company. What I'm saying is Exxon itself is not going to be able to come up with a charge station and charge.
Well, maybe it's not a charge station. Maybe it's an alternative like
$250. Yeah, but the same price point is what I'm saying. You can't. You're not going to be able to charge people $100 to recharge their car,
right?
As you would to refill an SUV with gas.
For sure.
They're not. I mean, you're just not going to do it. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying.
There's a lot of R&D still going on.
Until they find a way where they can make the money work, it's never going to fully take over. I wish it would.
Yeah,
I think it'd be awesome.
But do you think a 20-year time frame sounds reasonable?
You would think so. Well, according to the 1990s and previous decades, we should have flying cars by now.
That's what I'm saying. That's exactly my thought process on that. Is like, you look back, for instance, to the 80s. Look how far we have advanced, and you only expect it to advance even quicker now because we have even more technology. So,
I mean, here's my question: in 20 years, what's more likely to happen? This
all electric cars,
talking,
50%,
or
flying cars.
Your transportation choices are so vast and different, and makes more sense where you don't even own a car.
Yeah,
like
no, I totally agree with that.
Uber and Lyft start getting involved in smaller cities.
Yes,
you start getting like what they're talking about here in Texas, the bullet train from Dallas to Houston.
Yeah. Yeah.
You got I mean, what's more likely to happen? A transportation options change or electric cars? So
I'm with you.
interesting.
It's wide open.
It's an interesting conversation.
Yeah. It can move fast, though.
But we're talking about the Cybertruck and all that stuff. I showed you something that if I had the money and it was available,
dude,
I would get it for no reason because there's no practical value to it.
This thing is sick.
So it's a concept vehicle from Audi, and it's the Audi AI Trail, and it's basically their off-road vehicle. And this thing is
awesome.
Insane.
It is awesome.
The glass, like the outside is designed like a helicopter. You can see
360
360 down, up, back, around. It's got like camera mirrors on the insides of the cars.
Yeah.
The back seat is hammock chairs, so you kind of like swing and bounce in the back, and you can take those out when you go off road where you want to go. And then every door has a water bottle in the door.
Yeah, first aid
kit. What we saw, which was insane, that on top where the spotlights are in like Jeeps and stuff, it has lights, but these lights are drones. And when you're driving in the dark,
five individual drones.
Individual drones will lift off and lead you or follow your vehicle so you can see in the dark while these drones are falling. This thing is gnarly
for sure
because it looks, and there's no reason to have it. It is completely off road,
and it's a concept car.
You're talking about like a beachcomber, like a sand dune in the forest, in the woods, off the beaten path vehicle.
Yeah, dude. It's a concept car, so there's no plan for it to come to market that we know of.
And again, it's electric. It's got 4 electric motors in it.
Yeah, wow.
So.
Dude, that thing looks way better than the Cybertruck.
It's crazy. Yeah, no, it looks 10 times better than the Cybertruck.
Yeah.
Go check out go look at the Cybertruck, go look at the Mustang SUV, and then compare it against the AI Trail.
Yeah, let us know which one you like out of all 3 of those. Be interested to see it in the comments. Hey guys, real quick, I want to talk about Beard Supply. It's beard season, and it's time to load up on beard products. If you've never used a beard product, now's the time to get into it. It's beard, quote-unquote, season. It's perfect for beard oils, beard balms, mustache wax, beard soap, grooming tools. You name it, we have it at beardsupply.com. Right now, for a limited time, Beard Supply is offering a buy one, get one free, yes, buy one, get one free beard oil at beardsupply.com. Use the code MDCPodcast. No spaces. That's MDC Podcast. At the checkout, dump 2 oils into the cart, and you will get 1 free. Buy one, get one free. MDC Podcast is the code. Go check it out. It's beard season. Don't do your beard a disservice by not taking care of it. Don't let it get itchy. Don't let it get dry. Maintain it, tame it, keep it in control. Beardsupply.com. Beard care for wildlife.
So those are like those are like the toys for adults, rich money folks.
Yeah.
I mean, those are your adult big boy toys, right?
Not us.
And dude, I'm back on Netflix for a minute. We've been Disney Plused out.
That's fun.
But I'm going to get back on Netflix for a second because a show that I really enjoy on Netflix just came out with season 3, and it's called The Toys That Made Us.
Yeah.
Have you seen it?
I've seen that. I haven't
You've
watched
seen it, but you haven't seen.
I've seen the little Netflix.
Okay,
tile.
you haven't watched it.
I have not watched it.
Okay, so
I pushed play on it at one point and didn't follow through, and then haven't revisited it after that. So
I've been binge watching the new season, and here's why. So the first season, it got your attention. Like they basically go with classic toys, like the stuff you remember, and they get the backstory, why they made it, how they made it, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
The first season had classics like the original Star Wars toys, Barbie, He-Man, and G.I. Joe. And they give the whole backstory, the companies involved, how they came up with it, how they designed it, blah, 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 blah.
See, that was the one I started to watch, and I just wasn't that interested in it, so I didn't finish it.
Well, it was interesting, but it wasn't like I was in just because we discussed. I'm a big kid, and I really like toys and action figures. If I had enough money and my wife wouldn't jump on me, I'd probably collect them, but I don't.
Yeah.
But the Star Wars one was interesting, especially because of the kind of the backstory and the license, and there was something interesting that happened, and they lost. A company lost billions of dollars because they screwed up the license.
Jeez.
But anyway, and then they did G.I. Joe, which is classic, and then He-Man and Barbie. So that was interesting. Season 2, I didn't like there's only 4 episodes a season.
Okay.
I didn't really like the choices in episode 2, and it was I did watch. They did Transformers. I watched Transformers.
Okay.
They did Lego. I haven't watched that one. They had 2 or more. I wasn't that interested in.
Yeah.
This season 3 just dropped. I feel like someone was like in my brain and custom made this for me.
So before you go on, I did see that. And what's funny is I did the exact same thing yesterday. I got on Netflix because it's been a while. We've been all Disney Plus, for the past week or so. And so I hopped on Netflix, and that was the first thing I saw was that tile for that movie. And what's it called? And then what's on the tile?
We're
talking about
so it's called
thing.
The Toys That Made Us, and the tile on Netflix currently is a Hulk Hogan figure.
Immediately caught my eye.
The immortal Hulk Hogan. And yes, so that grabs your attention.
Yeah.
But when you open up the episode, like the season, there's like I said, there's 4. This is the toys they covered for season 3. Wrestling, the WWF action figures, the 80s and 90s, I would assume, based on the picture and how the other episodes are.
Yeah.
My Little Pony, which I don't know if you watch My Little Pony.
It's huge.
The newer episodes, I don't know about the other one, so I don't know if I watch that. But they also hit you with in my eyes, the trifecta. Wrestling figures, the Mighty Morphin Power Ranger toys, and the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Oh, my gosh.
And as soon as I saw Power Rangers and Turtles, I watched both seasons. Both are interesting and fascinating. And I'll tell you, between the two, the Ninja Turtles may be more popular, but the Power Rangers story and everything behind it is absolutely insane.
Okay.
And I recommend that episode. If I was going to tell you to watch one, watch the Power Ranger episode, because they get into not just the toys but the show and how they did it.
Yeah.
And you're watching it I was watching it in disbelief. Like, this is not real. Like, they did not do this or come up with this. Like, what they did was mind-blowing on how Power Rangers came to be and how it got so popular, and of course the toys that came with it. It is really good, and this season is just Turtles, Power Rangers, and wrestling. I'm done.
Straight to season 3 because I'm definitely interested in those 3.
If you like those 3, then you can start backtracking.
And we grew up on those, right?
Yeah, but that's the thing, though. Those were the toys. Like, I remember Transformers. I wasn't a huge Transformers guy. I had some G.I. Joes. I had not the original Star Wars toys, but like the 90s toys.
Yeah.
And but these are the toys I remember. These are the toys I wish I kept. All my wrestling, Turtle, Power Ranger figures. Because now they're like collectors. Like, those are the brands where they're doing collectors editions and the comic conventions. Those are the brands that they do the special figures on, and real popular now because like people our age are now collectors.
Yeah.
And so they're bringing back the brands that they loved as kids. So
it's a 90s vibe.
Yeah, but
right?
these episodes, there's so much nostalgia just watching. Like, oh my gosh, I remember having that. Or I remember wanting that so bad. But yeah, dude. Netflix, I would recommend The Toys That Made Us.
I almost pushed play on that, and you know what I pushed play on instead last
What's
night?
that?
It was kind of like, hey, I'm about to fall asleep, so I'm just going to play something. It was the freaking new yoga instructor conspiracy, or not. I don't know if it was a conspiracy, but
I don't know what it's about. I've seen the picture. I know.
For
what
some
you're
reason,
talking about.
I decided to watch that. And
well, I don't know how good that was, but I'll tell you, you made a bad choice.
I immediately fell asleep. So, and I think the reason I didn't start watching that was because I actually want to be able to watch it, not just go to sleep in the middle of it. You know what I mean?
I can't, and this is, the Ninja, I thought I was looking forward to the Ninja Turtle one, which is good, don't get me wrong, but the Power Rangers one is insane.
Hilarious. I'm going to check that
And just
out.
from like a business aspect, go watch it and you'll just be like, what the F? It's crazy. It is crazy. And I haven't watched the wrestling one, but I'm getting there.
Okay,
that'll be the next one. But
I got some material for this weekend for sure.
There you go. Yeah, and also so speaking of material for this weekend from Netflix, comes out tomorrow.
Oh yeah,
highly anticipated. Netflix got its hand on a Martin Scorsese flick called The Irishman. It starred Robert De Niro, Al Pacino, Joe Pesci, Ray Romano, a bunch of familiar faces you're going to see.
Dude.
Huge production. No, everyone passed on it because of how, I think it was like $150 million movie. That was just like a drama from Martin Scorsese. And Netflix picked it up, and it drops tomorrow. And part of it is because they used a lot of de-age technology. So it's kind of like a Robert De Niro's old, and then they go back in history, like flashbacks, and de-age some of the characters. That's where a lot of the money went to. But anyway, it's like super anticipated movie for this year. Comes out on Netflix tomorrow. Tomorrow being Wednesday. So when this episode drops, it'll be out.
Yeah.
And I am very much looking forward to it because it's a mobster movie. Yeah. It's about Hoffa and the Teamster leader that went missing, and how the mafia may be involved and whatnot.
I was unaware of this. You mentioned it to me before we started the episode and watched the trailer. So immediately we said, this kind of reminds us of like Goodfellas. Has a lot of the same characters, right? It's a mobster movie.
Yep. Goodfellas, Casino.
Yeah. That same crew.
The same familiar faces, same, Scorsese.
Yeah.
I mean, that's his lane. And I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait to watch it.
Yeah,
but anyway,
like you said, some additional material for sure.
Netflix might be the place to go dabble in some stuff this week in your downtime. And also interesting to compete. And last note on Netflix, they struck a deal with Nickelodeon this week. Where they're gonna get their hands on some Nickelodeon characters and content. So
the Disney competitor. Huh?
Yeah, they're gonna try. I don't know what all but I mean you got SpongeBob.
SpongeBob
they're probably big ones right now. I mean SpongeBob's classic.
That's their breadwinner.
Nickelodeon has the Ninja Turtle license.
Ooh,
so
I didn't know that.
Yep. So they're Nickelodeon owns the Ninja Turtles, so they could be involved. They could bring back the old Nickelodeon shows.
Yeah.
The old cartoons, Rugrats, Rocket Power, and
that's a win for Netflix.
Guts.
That's a win.
Hey, dude.
So what's that freaking?
If they open up the library on Netflix,
gosh, Nickelodeon's great.
They could. It could help Netflix,
Legends of the Hidden Temple.
Yes.
Can you imagine being able to watch that again?
That would be So if they I don't know if they didn't say what the plans are in the deal, just that they struck a deal where Netflix they can there can be some talk on using characters and shows. So I don't know if that means new shows or old shows, but potentially there's a lot of potential there on what
I like it.
What Netflix can do with Nickelodeon properties.
That would be a good win for Netflix because you got the whole Disney Plus thing now, so they're kind of scrambling, just reaching out there. Nickelodeon is a good steal if they can manage to get that.
If they can do it,
that's pretty awesome.
So anyway, that's the Netflix stuff. Go check it out. That's just stuff I was really interested in, and I think a lot of people would dig it if they go check it out. So anyway, I got a weird news. You want some weird news?
I love it when you bring weird news.
I got one new weird news, and this isn't necessarily weird news. This is the stuff of my nightmares. This is probably one of my biggest fears happening, and it happened.
Really?
So I am...
How do you like this beer, by the way?
So good. Excellent. Like we're just down in this sucker.
This can's almost gone. Well done, Chuck. Well done.
Well done. That's on you, sir. For bringing it, I will definitely help drink it, but that's definitely on really you. So I say this weird story is the stuff of nightmares because, and I actually had a discussion with a coworker. So we had the blood drive, where you go and you donate blood and blah blah. Hey, you gonna go? No, absolutely not.
Oh no, this just took a crazy turn.
I said, why not? Of course, why don't you donate blood? Blah blah.
Yeah.
I don't do needles unless I absolutely have to. And it's not like I'm terrified of needles, but not in the sense of like completely freaked out. I can't watch it go into my skin. Like once you get it in there, like if I got an IV or something, I can't watch you set the IV. But once it's in there, I can look down. Like it's no problem.
Deal with it.
I can't watch it. The act happening.
Yeah, the needle going.
Just the idea of someone putting a needle in your skin and in your body freaks me out. So I can't watch it. I definitely don't like doing it unless I absolutely have to. So no, it sounds bad, but no, I do not donate blood. And that was the whole conversation.
What an awful human being.
I know. Well, you know what? Here you go. Here's the headline I read this week.
I'm scared.
And you tell me if I'm a crazy or if my fear is a just fear based on this headline. Indiana Hospital, we failed to disinfect surgical tools.
What?
A northern Indiana hospital has alerted more than 1,000 surgery patients who may have been exposed to hepatitis, HIV, and other infectious diseases due to a sterilization failure.
What?
One of the technicians missed a crucial step in sterilizing their surgical equipment. I know that has nothing to do with needles, but I mean, it kind of does
that step.
Exactly. So at the end of the day, needles, surgeons, everything is human error.
Wow.
They can mess up. Rare, but they can mess up.
No, that's a good point.
And this is why it scares me to do anything doctor related as far as cutting, sewing, injecting, anything to do with my body. This is why, because mistakes can happen.
Yeah, it's open for human error.
And over 1,000 people may have been exposed. And by exposed, I mean you may have had surgery with tools that were used on patients with various diseases.
I can't even fathom
They can be
this.
transferred through fluids and blood and whatnot.
How does that even
Hepatitis,
happen?
HIV, and other viruses.
How does that even happen?
I don't know.
So my opinion, any tools that have been used on any person should be immediately thrown away.
But that's not what happens.
I know, but the medical field makes so much money that you should be able to supply new tools. You would think. I don't know. Maybe not. I don't work in the medical field. But to me, that would make sense. You throw everything away after you use it. Like,
you would
there's
think
no
that.
reason to sterilize it and then use it again.
And
I guess.
that's what people are. Well, when you donate blood, they use brand new stuff all the time.
Especially if blood is involved, though, right?
I mean, hello, there. I mean, there's just so many mistakes that could happen along the way, and it has to go perfect for you not to get effed up. And granted, most of the time it does happen, but I don't want to be that 1% that it doesn't.
I agree, Chuck.
And this is exact. I screenshotted this and sent it to the person I had the conversation with a couple months ago. I said, "This is exactly why I don't do that, because this freaks me out."
Wow.
And yeah, so anyway. Stuff of nightmares.
That's some good weird
and
news.
that's coming from a guy who has surgery scheduled in a month. Right. So, awesome.
You're definitely getting poked with a needle.
Yeah, so things are definitely... and from a guy that now gets 2 shots a week for allergy. We didn't get into that, and we probably won't before it's all said and done. But, yeah, so coming from a guy who has to get 2 shots a week for the next 3 to 5 years and is having surgery in a month, this scares the hell out of me.
Yeah.
So... anyways, that's
the anxiety. Through the roof.
That does not help anything. So, anyway, that's it for that. Let's roll into sports. I know you are excited and have a little comment before we get to American football.
I have an update. Non-American football. So we talked about Tottenham last week, right? The hiring or the firing and the hiring of the new Tottenham manager, Jose Mourinho. He already has 2 wins under his belt as of today. The first was a Premier League game on Saturday against West Ham, and that was a great match. It was great to see Tottenham win. And I showed you a little clip, Chuck, before we got on the podcast. Dele Alli had a nice little flick off the sideline from the ground, and then it led to a goal. But really good, I don't know, just kind of like feels refreshing. Almost like they hit the refresh button, and Tottenham is just rolling again. So hopefully they keep this momentum and it keeps going. it's exciting. Everybody was, hesitant, and I mean, with the previous Chelsea manager, it's just weird and awkward, and everybody was still trying to just cope with that. But they're off with a Premier League win, and then as of today, they got a Champions League win. So looking pretty good so far.
Well, yeah, and just so you know, a broken clock is right twice a day, so just keep that in mind.
Okay, all right.
Keep that in mind.
Little update for the Tottenham fans out there, Premier League fans. Hey,
yeah,
it was an interesting weekend.
Anyway, just throwing it out there.
Hey, all or nothing. I mean,
there you go.
It's all being televised, so
there you go.
Pretty freaking cool.
All right, let's get into the picks. The picks last week, again, second week in a row, we picked against the spread. And, dude, so competition aside, because we evened out, we both went 3-1, so you're still 5 games up on me.
What up?
Competition aside, we have killed it.
Yeah, dude.
Against the spread the last 2 weeks. We have went 13 for 16 against the spread, which is insane.
Yeah, I like
that.
it.
That is crazy.
I like it.
And that's just, dude.
We're a good team.
I'm
Chuck.
telling you, we might have to go to Vegas on this stuff, man.
Do they have teams for this type of thing? Because we would be a good team.
We'd be good right now. If they play the way we do, we'd be good. So let's recap last week.
I like it.
We both went 3-1. I caught a win. Seattle plus 1.5 versus the Eagles. That was easy money because the Eagles are trash. We both got the Bills -4 versus Cleveland. And I went with I caught my loss on the Raiders -3 against the Jets. Jets kicked the crap out of them. And I caught my last W. And here's why the point spread matter, folks. I picked the Cowboys +7 versus New England, which the Cowboys lost that game in grand fashion.
Frustrating.
Don't want to get into the details of that.
Don't even want to talk about it. Get away from that.
Point is, they lost by 4, but the point spread was 7, so I win.
Ouch.
So that's where against the spread is different because I picked the Cowboys +7, which means they covered.
I got you.
So I
win.
You got me? You win that?
Ouch, as in the Cowboys lost in terrible fashion.
No, yeah, you still won money, but they lost. So so anyway, that's my 3-1, and that is the perfect example of the point spread being used to perfection. Man. Team loses, but they cover because they got the points, right?
So it's a moral victory.
Yep. So so Cody got his W's with the Ravens -3.5 versus the Rams. That was a stomping. 49ers -3 versus Packers. Stomping.
Loved it.
The Bills -4, same as me. And then you caught your loss again because the point spread.
Yeah, man.
Saints -10. Saints win, but they don't cover.
That's right.
So take the L. So
what was the score on that one?
I think it was 27-24, I want to say. It was close.
They won, but didn't cover.
Right, exactly. So that's where we're at. Cody is 31-9 for the year. I'm 26-14. And
come at me, bro.
Dude, let's keep it rolling one more week. We got so based on our schedule, we got 2 more weeks left. We're coming down the home stretch. I need to make some ground.
Yeah.
You're up. Let me know your picks.
You ready?
I'm ready.
Week 13, Ravens over Niners, -6. I've got Packers over Giants, -7. Browns over Steelers, -2.5. Or is that 2.5, Chuck? What's the
2? Oh yeah, well 2.5 is 2.5.
Okay. Well, how do the betting guys say it?
2.5.
Okay, 2.5. Cowboys over Buffalo, -7. I know. I wanted to pick a Thanksgiving game like you said earlier, so
I wanted to, I didn't.
I know that's the gimme that I'm giving you.
Okay, so you got Ravens -6.
That's right. Yep.
Packers -7. Browns -2.5.
Yep.
Cowboys -7.
That's right. So there's no confusion. Well done.
Yeah, there you go. I'm
ain't trying to get called out.
You got caught last week, sir.
It's okay.
Okay. So here's the thing. On my picks, I picked the Browns as well, -2.5 against Pittsburgh.
Momentum.
I picked the Titans +2.5 versus the Colts.
Okay, that's a good game.
The Jets -3.5 versus the Bengals.
Okay.
And in what happens every single week, picked the same game on opposite ends.
Really?
I got the 49ers +6
Ooh.
against the Ravens.
Okay.
That's probably the game
Nice.
I'm looking the most forward to. 49ers versus Ravens is going to be awesome. And that's I think it's noon on Sunday.
Yeah, I can't wait to watch that one.
So we got the Thanksgiving games coming up, and then a full weekend as usual. So that's the picks this week. Again, mine are Browns -2.5, Titans +2.5, Jets -3.5, 49ers +6.
Okay.
So we're gonna see how it comes down going into home stretch. And I think for a lot of people, this is the last week for fantasy football before playoffs start. So if you're into fantasy football, good luck.
Yeah.
And I know
I'm just ready for it to be over.
Cody didn't do so hot. I'm in 2 leagues. I'm in the playoffs in 1 league, and I'm winning. I'm in the other league. So
Nice.
I might have a decent year this year. We'll see.
Bottom of the food chain on both leagues that I'm in.
Hey,
but I was due, man. Like I've been killing it. I don't know for how many years.
Yeah,
Chuck.
yo, you've been hot.
I've been hot. I was due for a crap season, and this was definitely it. So whatever.
The bright side of my league, if you get last, you get first pick next year. So
hey, there we go.
Look on the bright side.
I'm trying to get
that was
last
me.
now.
I'm trying to go worst to first. You're trying to go first to worst. You're trying to go.
I like it.
Go backwards. I'm trying to go forward. So anyway, if you're in fantasy football, good luck. We'll see how our leagues turn out. With that being said, that's going to wrap it up for episode 43 of Modern Dude Chat.
And we finished our can.
And we finished the beer.
Nice.
Fine job.
Good job.
As always, catch us across the board on social media at Modern Dude Chat. Like, subscribe, comment, review. Email us, interact. We're down for it.
One more episode.
One more episode to wrap up this year, this season, however we're going to call it. And we are going to have a special guest.
We are
next
week. We're going out with a bang.
We're going out with. Oh, there it is. What a bookend! We're going out with a bang. We got a special guest next week. Stay tuned. Pretty sure you're going to enjoy it. And you can catch me individually at Modern Chuck.
Cody Murph, CODYMURF.
We'll catch you next time.
Peace.